Hi guys, I am back. It is Tuesday, March 31st, and this is our math lesson for today. So yesterday we did the review of the circle, and if I remember correctly, I assigned you guys on page 211, I assigned number 4 as your homework. So before we begin today, I'm going to go over that with you. So let me share my screen. It's working. Hopefully, there we go. Okay, so now if they give you a radius to solve for diameter, all you have to do is multiply by 2. It's your radius times 2. If they're given a diameter, to find the radius, you do your diameter divided by 2. Okay, so if you have a 3 1/4 feet as a radius, to find a diameter, you multiply by 2. And when you do that, you get 6.5 feet. To find circumference, we could have used one of two formulas. We could have used C equals 2 times pi times radius, or C equals pi times diameter. And if you remember, I told you yesterday, my favorite to use is pi times diameter because you only have to multiply one time. So when you do 6.5, because we can convert 6.5 to 6.5, times 3.14, you get 20.41 feet. Letter B. You're given 7 2/3 yards, and you have to divide by 2 to find your diameter. Okay, so this one was a little bit tricky, and I'd like to go over this one with you because I think this one probably gave you a little bit of trouble. So if I have 7 2/3, and I need to divide by 2 to find my diameter, to find my radius. First thing I'm going to do is backwards C. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 2 is 23 over 3 times, because remember we have to do keep, change, flip. This is really 2 over 1, so times 1 over 2. When I get that, I get 23 over 6, and when you reduce, you get 3 5 6. Now that probably wasn't the hard part, but I want to show you guys something with letter B. If you see the fractions that you have are repeating fractions. So remember I told you when you're multiplying by pi, we use 3.14. But if you have a fraction that has a repeating decimal, like 2/3 is 0.6 repeating, and 5/6 is 0.8 with the 3 repeating, you want to use the 3 1/7. That's where that would come into play. So let's see. I know I'm going to do C equals pi times diameter. C equals 3 1/7 times 7 2/3. This way is so much easier, and you're going to get a more accurate answer if you use the 3 1/7. So whenever you have a repeating fraction or decimal, you need to use the 3 1/7, and that's where that comes in. So we're going to do backwards C. 22 over 7 times backwards C, 23 over 3. They don't share any common factors. So when I do that, I get over 21. Let's say 22 times 23, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 5. Okay, 506 divided by 21. Now this is an improper fraction, so I need to change it to a mixed number. I would do 506 divided by 21. 21 into 5 does not go in. 21 into 50 is 2 times, and I get 42. Bring down my 6. 21 into 86 is 4 times. Okay, 4 times 21 is 84, and I get 2 left over. 2 becomes my numerator and 21 becomes my denominator. So that is how we got that answer of 24 2/21. If you got that, amazing. If you didn't, go back and look at the explanation because it will be beneficial for you. Okay, letter C, if your diameter is 16.1, your radius is 8.05, and your circumference is 50.554. If your radius is 12 meters, your diameter is 24 meters, and your circumference is 75.36 meters. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to today's lesson. Today's lesson is area of a circle. So far you're going to have page 213, 214 torn out. So far we've only done circumference, which means the distance around. Well, now we're going to do area, and it means the same thing it does with any other shape. It means the distance inside. And there's a new formula we're going to learn today. Area equals pi r squared. Now they write it with this little, the x, but remember I'm trying to get you guys away from the x. So this is how I write it. Area equals pi r squared, okay? So let's look here, it says fact. The area of a circle is the interior or the inside region of a circle. This arrangement of the sections of the circle shows that the area is equal to 1/2 times circumference times r, base times height. Since circumference means 2 pi r, then half of circumference equals 2 pi r divided by 2, or pi r. Therefore, the area of a circle is pi times r, or pi r squared. Now, that's just a lot of fancy words for saying to find the area of a circle, you're going to use pi r squared, okay? Now, remember, right here at the bottom, it says, do not forget that area must be in square units. So if we have feet, it's feet squared. If we have inches, it's inches squared or square inches. Let's look at our class practice. It says, find the area using the formula A equals pi r squared. If necessary, round to the nearest hundredth. Well, this is a first for us, right, with circles. Now they're wanting us to round to the nearest hundredth if we need to. So let's see. Number 1A, it says area equals 5 inches. Remember, radius equals 5 inches. I like to draw my little circle so I kind of know what I'm dealing with here. 5 inches. Okay, formula, say it with me. Area equals pi r squared. Good. Area equals 3.14 times 5 squared. Now, don't get tripped up. It is not 5 times 2. It is 5 squared, which means 5 times 5, which means 25. Area equals 3.14 times 25. I don't have that one off the top of my head, so I'm just going to come over here and do a little bit of math. You do it as I do it. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 times 3 is 15. Put my place marker. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14, carry my 1, and 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So I get 0, 5, 1, 0, 1, 9. I have 2 place markers. I get area equals 90.5. But I forgot something. What did I forget? If you said square inches, you are right. Square inches. Okay, I can tell we're going to have a little bit of trouble fitting all these in here, but let's go on. Oh my goodness, letter B. I think they're just being silly with letter B. Let's look at it. We have a circle with a radius of 1 foot. It's going to be easy to multiply this one, right? What's our formula? Say it with me. Area equals pi r squared. Area equals 3.14 times 1 squared. And I think they threw this in because some people would say 2. Because they're thinking 1 times 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1, okay? Area equals 3.14 times 1, which is 1, and we need a square feet in there. Okay, let's do C. We'll do one more together, then I'm going to have you pause and try some on your own. Draw my circle. I have a radius of 2 yards. Okay, say it with me. Area equals pi r squared. Area equals 3.14 times 2 squared. Area equals 3.14 times, what's 2 times 2? 4. Now I don't have that memorized either, so I just come over here. 3.14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. I have 2 decimal places. So I have 12.56. Area equals 12.56 square yards. Okay, take a break. Don't take a break. I'm going to take a break. I want you to go ahead and do, let's see, do D and F. Pause it, do D and F, and then we'll go over it together. Okay. Okay, let's check what you have. Let me screen back up. Sometimes it takes a little while. Come on, screen. There we go. Okay, so let's look at D. If you got 4.52 square inches, good job. If you got 4.5216, you just forgot to round. Okay, if you didn't get either of those, check where you made a mistake. Because 1.2 squared is actually 1.2 times 1.2. And if you know what 12 times 12 is, all you have to do is put your two decimals. It becomes 1.44. Let's move on to letter F. We have, if our radius is 10 meters, area equals pi r squared. Area equals 3.14 times 10 squared. 10 squared is 100. So 3.14 times 100 would be 314 square meters. But what I wanted to do was go back to this letter E. Letter E could be tricky, but remember I told you sometimes for pi, you can use 3 1/7. And this would be the case because this is a repeating decimal when you convert it. So let's look here. I have a circle, and my circle has a 2 1/3 foot radius, okay? Area equals pi r squared. In this case, we're going to use area equals 3 1/7 times 2 1/3 squared. Okay, it can get a little tricky, so I want to be doing this with you. But look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do backward C, okay? Area equals 22/7 times 7/3 squared. What would 7/3 squared be? Well, when you have a fraction, you square the numerator and the denominator like you would normally. So area equals 22/7 times 49, because 7 times 7 is 49, ninths, because 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, do they share anything in common? And if you said yes, excellent job. 7 times 7 is 49. Do they share anything else? No, they do not, right? Okay, so let's multiply across. 22 times 7 is 154 over 1 times 9 is 9. Now this would be where you need to do bottoms up, okay? So 154 divided by 9. 9 goes into 1, can't do it. 9 goes into 15 one time. Subtract, I get 6. 9 goes into 64. Well, 9 times 7 is 63, and that's about as close as I can get, right? I get 63 with 1, so 17 1/9. So area, I'll come right down here. Area equals 17 1/9 square feet. Okay, just sometimes those repeating decimals can get tricky, and that's where you want to use the 3 1/7. Okay, it says complete this chart and show your work on a separate sheet of paper. Let me see. Yes, let's do these together. So we have, oh, these should be a little bit not so hard as they have been. So let's see. If I have a radius of 2 inches, to find my diameter, I do radius, or 2 times my radius. So that would be 4 inches. And I'm not quite at circumference yet, so we're going to wait there. If I have a diameter of 6 inches on B, I know I have to do diameter divided by 2 to find radius. 6 divided by 2 is 3 inches. Okay. If I have a radius of 4.5 feet and I want to multiply by 2 to get my circumference, 4.5 times 2 or 4.5 times 2 would be 9 inches. And if I have a diameter of 18 inches, to find my radius, I divide by 2 and I get 9 inches. Now, guys, we're going to come back here, or actually you are, for homework. Okay, so we're just going to wait on that one. But I want to look at these word problems. It says, solve these story problems. We're on the back of the page now. And it says, the diameter of a circular garden is 20 feet. First of all, first thing I do, I hear circular garden, I hear diameter, I hear 20 feet. If you train yourself to draw the pictures, you're going to have a much easier time figuring out these story problems. What is the area of the garden? What is the area of the garden? We have circular garden and 20 feet. I bet some of you guys did that before I even did. Good job. Okay, so we have area equals pi r squared. Would we use 3.14 or 3.17? If you said 3.14, you're right. 3.14 times 20 squared. 20 squared is 400. And I'm going to come over here and do it to the side because I don't have enough room. And you probably don't either. That's why you can use that scratch piece of paper. So 3.14 times 400. And I'm going to do this up here. 3.14 times 4. Remember my handy dandy trick we can use? 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. And I can bring down those zeros. Then I got my 2 decimal places. Area equals 1,256 square feet. That is a massively huge garden. I would love a garden that big. Okay, let's move on to B. Find the difference in area for a pizza that is 15-inch diameter and one that is 12-inch. Okay, I see the word difference. What does that mean we're doing? If you said subtraction, you're right, okay? We have an area of 15-inch and an area of 12-inch. What do you think we're gonna do? Do you think we're going to find the areas and add them? No, because it says difference right here. So let's find the area of a 15-inch pizza. Let's find the area of a 12-inch pizza, and then let's subtract. Now that is the common way you could do it. There is one other way, and you guys may have guessed it, but let's do the way that I just said. So we have area equals pi r squared, okay? Area equals 3.14 times 15 squared. Area equals, I don't have that one memorized, and that's okay. 15 times 15. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 7 plus 2 is 7. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 225. So 3.14 times 225. Okay, let's figure that out. I'm just going to use this and keep going. 5 times 4 is 0. 20, 0, carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. I have a 5, 2, 2 here. Let me go into my, you know what, I'm going to bring this up here just so I have some room. You guys probably have a lot of room on your papers. Okay, let's keep going. 2 place markers. 3 times 1 is 15, carry my 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7, and 3 times 2 is 6. So let's add that. 0, 5. 9 times 2 is 11 plus 5, or 9 plus 2 is 11, plus 5 is 16, 10, okay, and I have 1, 2 decimal points, so I get 706.50. So this one is 706.5 square inches. Okay, let's figure out the 12-inch pizza. So I have area equals pi r squared. Area equals 3.14 times 12 squared. Area equals 3.14 times 144, because 12 times 12 is 144. Second time it's come up tonight. Area equals, oh, I don't know, let's figure this out. 3.14 times 144. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1, 5, 12, and I'm going quickly, and you guys can go quickly and just see if you got the same answer as I do. Let's see, 6, 1, 9, 10, 2, 1, 5, 4, 452.16. Let's see, area equals 452.16. Okay, now we're almost done. This is square inches. We have to find the difference. We have to find the difference. Let's go ahead and find the difference. I think I made a mistake. Let's see. That's okay. Let's find the difference. Hold on one moment. Check yours. I'm going to check mine, and I will come right back. Okay, guys, I made a big mistake, and I will show you what I did. See, it's very, very important that you read the directions. Silly, silly Mrs. Rossini. Okay, so big mistake that I made. Right here, it says diameter. What formula did I use? I used the radius formula. What was I thinking? Okay. How many of you guys caught that? If you caught that, you are amazing. Okay. If you didn't, you are amazing. I didn't catch it till the end. Let's try that one again, shall we? Okay. So now we need to humble ourselves and redo it, but that's totally okay. Okay. So now we have a 15-inch pizza diameter and a 12-inch diameter. So let's basically do this. This is our 15-inch diameter and our 12-inch diameter. Can I use diameter with the formula pi r squared? No, sir, I cannot. So we'll have to go back and say what's half of 12 because the radius is half diameter. 6 inches we're using here. What's half of 15? 7.5 or 7.5 here. Okay, that will be a little bit easier for us. Okay, let's do the 12-inch one first. We have area equals pi r squared. Area equals 3.14 times 6 squared. Area equals 3.14 times 6 times 6, 36. Okay, let's write out the second one and then we'll do the subtraction in a minute. Area equals pi r squared. Area equals 3.14 times 7.5 squared. Area equals, what's 7.5 squared? Let's see, 7.5 times 7.5. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 1, 2. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 2 is 37. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 7 is 49 plus 3 is 52. 5, 2, 1, 6, 5. So we get 56.25. So I have 3.14 times 56.25. So now what we need to do is multiply them out. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to have you finish that one for homework. So if you write this down, I want you to write this down. For homework tonight, or for, I guess, for continued work, I guess we could say, right? Not so much homework. I would like you to do page 213. This is number 2. 2A, B, C, and D, but just do circumference and area because we already did radius and diameter. Okay? And then I'd like you to do page 214. I want you to finish. This is number 3, so 3B. And then I originally wanted you to do some of these, but I'll take some of these off. I'd like you to do 4A. Let's do this. I'd like you to do 4A, B, C, and D. Okay? And then tomorrow, we will go over these together. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for being patient with me. Sometimes we don't read the directions right, correct? So sometimes we just have to go back and work out the problem. If I do it, you do it, and it's totally okay. We just have to know to start all over again, and it's fine. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Goodbye.